I'm Stuart Strand. I'm a research professor at the University of Washington in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering in Seattle, Washington. My work is as an environmental engineer. I've spent my career trying to clean up toxic compounds, particularly organic compounds that are in groundwater or soil or in the air. In the last 20 or so years, I've been working with plants that are genetically modified with genes from bacteria and mammals to degrade toxic compounds in the environment. For houseplants, we've modified pothos ivy, which is a very common houseplant, to degrade indoor air pollutants in homes. So a lot of people think that houseplants already degrade indoor air pollutants. We don't think that's true, but we have shown that if we bring a detoxifying enzyme from mammals into plants, that it works great, and it degrades things like benzene and chloroform that are in the air of most homes. That takes a long time, and it requires very special skills and art almost in order to get that to work. So like, for instance, our pothos ivy, if we want to transform that from scratch, it'll take about 2 years before we get the first small plant. If you just have these plants, even though they're super plants, they're not really getting much contact with the air in your room. You've got to circulate that air, and the best way to do that would be to blow the air from the room over the surface of the leaves of the plants very efficiently, and then you're going to get as much of these chemicals going into the leaves as possible. And once they're in the leaves, then the plant can take over and degrade the chemicals, destroy them, not store them. They don't accumulate. They get destroyed and detoxified in the plant metabolism. But the box is necessary to move the air past the plants and make an efficient contact system for the uptake and degradation of those chemicals. That's a very sustainable solution, and the plants are always growing, and you're getting more and more plants, so you get more and more activity. So we think it's an ideal solution to this problem. What if we could get plants to take up and degrade things like nitrous oxide or methane from the air? I think that plants can access and possibly degrade many of these chemicals that are so dangerous in our environment. What impresses me about plants is that you can put these genes from bacteria and animals into the plant, and it's right at home in the plant. It works just fine in there, like it's made to be so. It's in harmony with the rest of the metabolism of the plant. I find that very beautiful and a very wonderful enforcement of the idea that all of life is one.